Hey y'all. Hey young black man and boy and everyone who is watching. This is a video and I'm going to address mainly parents. So on my timeline on Facebook, I noticed it's been quite a few kids that has run away. And thank God, a couple I seen they have been found safe. And also there was a young man that had been missing. He was 22, and then he was found. I can't remember if it was like a couple of weeks later. He was found murdered. Okay, so I'm just telling y'all that part, and I'm gonna say you'll see why I'm mentioning the teens and this young man that was 22. So when my son, he is 25 now, but when my son was in his teens and he got in his little way, he just wanted to leave the house when he wanted to leave the house. I said, okay, God had a plan for that. It was like he prepared me for that. So before it happened, so my son, he would want to go to his friends. I'm uptown. He got a lot of friends downtown and other places or whatever, right? And so he would want me to take him. I really didn't want to take him. My husband didn't want me to take him, but the Lord, well, at the time I didn't know it was God. Now I know God was like, take him. So I always took him as a teenager. I always took him to his friends' houses and things like that. I always made sure I looked so where he went and things of that nature. So I remember one time, this joker wanted to leave. He wanted to be grown and leave. I called the police. I deal with health issues. I ain't got time to be fussing and this, that, and the other. I just call my Newport News Police Department because, look, I ain't got time to be running after this child. Okay? So I remember that one time he left, right? So the police officers came to the house and they took a report and things like that. So when they was at the house, they got a call. And during the call, and they ended up having to go downtown. So they left, and I can't remember what he said when he left. He said something, I don't know if he'll be back or whatever the case was, or they'll be back. It was two of them. I can't remember what the case was. But anywho, so they left, went on their call, ended up having to go downtown. So I told the police officers, I gave them addresses of where I have dropped him off to. So maybe about a couple hours later, I get a knock at the door, thinking it's the police officers. Yeah, it was the police officers, but guess what? It was the police officers with my son. So when they went to go on their call, they went to them addresses and they found him at one and yoked his tail up on out of there and brought his butt home. And to be honest, like thinking about it now, I don't think I ever had an issue with him running away again. So I remember that is one thing. So parents, if I know you may not want to take your child to their friends' houses and things like that, but I am telling you, it worked out in my favor. And even like my son drives, got his own car, but like when his car's in the shop or something, I can't remember. But whatever it was, I remember he wanted me to drop him off somewhere or whatever, right? So my husband, he didn't want to, but I was like, oh, So no, he had asked my husband, but I said I'm going too, cause like my husband would drop him off, let him go, da da da. No, not me. So even he was in his 20s, he would get dropped off, and I would wait until he goes into whichever house or apartment that he was going to, so I would know. Also, if like he meeting a friend or somebody at the store or something like that, his homeboy, guess what? I would stay and see what car he gets into, and I will get the license plate number. Now you may say that is extra, that is doing too much. It is not. I am just telling you, it is not. So I just wanted to pass on those tips. Like I said, you may not want to do all of that, take your child this place and that place, but I'm telling you, it worked for me. So I'm not telling anybody what to do. I am just giving something that worked for me when my child was a teenager, thought he was grown, and wanted to go where he wanted to go. But I ain't had time to fuss with him because he ain't get my blood pressure up and this, that, and the other. And I ain't gonna be stressed out. No, I just handed it over to the Newport Police Department. Let them handle it. And it worked out. Oh, and real quick, I remember one time he was supposed to have been home, but he wasn't home. Tracked him down. He was at his friend's house, right? So this is like if you see your child hanging out with their friends, right? He was in his teenager years, right? So he was downtown. So him and his homeboys, they was like, oh, well, we going to the store first. I'm like, no, you getting in this car and you going home. So he's like, oh, I'm going to. He want to start, being a little smart mouth, things like that, right? So again, it was me, my husband, my daughter might have been in the car. I can't remember. But so he gonna go out like he ain't gonna listen to me, and he gonna go to the store. That it's late. This is a store that is hot, right? So he gonna just go to the store. I'm like I just didn't say get your butt in the car. Okay. So we parked in the apartment complex across the street. It's late at night, dark. I get out the car. I said, oh, you want to go to the store? I said, well, I'm going with y'all. I told his friends, I said, I'm going with y'all to the store. Come on, y'all, let's go to the store. I'm getting out the car, so I'm about to start walking off with them to go to the store. He just happily got in the car. Oh, man, my mama tweaking. Man, I'll talk to y'all later. Yeah, get your butt in the car, because ain't nobody got time for all this craziness. So I just wanted to share a couple of things that I remembered that came back to me with all the kids being missing or running away. So maybe that will help you all in some way, because sometimes for our kids, we just have to do something a little different, so I just wanted to share this with the parents and the guardians, especially of our young black men and boys, our teenagers, but of course it's for everybody. But my situation, I was out here in these rugged streets, that mama, and things like that. Oh, and real quick, and going back, I remember he had ran away. He had left the house before. When I was talking about him, when I called the police, I remember one time I was going to one of the houses. I remember I went to the house, knocking on the door, so I would run up in whomever house to see if my child was there. And I cannot recall if it was that same night or if it was another night, but I don't know why I'm feeling like it was the same night that the police went and got him from the same house that I just went to. But I can't recall. So maybe that's why I ain't never had to worry about that, because he know his mama is extra. I get that now. And he's 25 years old. I get it from my daughter too. Mama, you doing too much. You extra. But it's okay. The Lord has my back. If he leads me to do something, I know he has my back. So I just wanted to just share those stories, because just seeing the runaways, I just pray the hand of the Lord reach down and grab these little jokers out here wanting to run away. May the Lord grab you up and yoke you up. So, anywho, y'all be blessed.